Sleepygate, 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 Sleepygate ASMR. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, to my channel. Or welcome to it if you're new here. So this video is gonna be a lot of up-close whispering. I have it set on the highest gain, so hopefully I can make it sound good. I want to play with the gain a little more in my videos, but this is a pretty up-close. Let me see, I don't know how I want to angle this. Anyways, up-close whispered rambling about my life. I'm literally every few months I make a video where I do cupped whispering. I'll probably have a little bit of tongue clicking, some word repetition and hand sounds, but mostly whispering and cupped whispering. And I have my calendar up on the computer behind me, and I'm just gonna tell you what I've done for the last 4 months. I thought about doing this, and coincidentally, it's been 4 months, and I figured every 4 months was a good time to film it, because it's enough content to talk about and make a full video on. So I hope you enjoy, and it's a little up close, a little more personal, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Okay. So the last one, I just checked. The last video I posted where I did a life update recap, I posted it on May 10th, but I think I filmed it in mid-April, because I said Easter's coming up. So yeah, pretty sure Easter hadn't happened then. Okay, so I just had the biggest brain fart. Oh, by the way, if you watched my last video, I had a Tennessee hoodie on, or sweatshirt on, and now I'm wearing a Tennessee t-shirt because it's my husband's and it fits. If you're brand new to this video, if this is the first video of mine you've watched, I'm 7 months pregnant, so most of my t-shirts don't fit. And I've been all about comfort lately. Alright, so Easter. We'll just start with Easter. So this year for Easter, I did take the kids the day before Easter to a neighborhood Easter egg hunt in a nearby town, a nearby neighborhood, but it was freaking freezing. It was so cold. And we got there in between egg hunts. We got there early and we didn't want to wait in the cold. So we just got food truck food, and they gave a goodie bag with a cookie in it and maybe other stuff. And then we convinced the kids to leave because it was cold and rainy. It was freezing. I took my mother-in-law. I don't know where my husband was, because he wasn't home. Was he home? He wasn't home. I don't know what he was doing. He might have been doing something with his dad. Anyways, so it was Sunday, Easter. Easter Sunday. What did we do? We went to church with my in-laws. So we went to a church they were trying out. So we went to church, and then we just did brunch at my in-laws, which is really easy. We rent from my in-laws on their property. They have an apartment on their property, and we rent from them. So we literally live next door to them. So holidays restaurant with my in-laws for Mother's Day. Then the next day was Mother's Day, so we went to church with my in-laws again, but to a different church that they were trying, and I liked it. It was like I like music for church, like bigger churches that have good music and like upbeat, where people are like kind of like that's my vibe. That's just always like music. I love music. Like I used to dance, I used to sing, I used to play instruments. Like I love music. Like it's a big like part of my life, I guess. I don't know. I feel very connected to music and dance. So in terms of like spirituality, that's like a way for me to connect. So like I like that. So we went to like a bigger church with like a whole band and stuff, and that was really nice. I liked that. I'll edit that out if that sounded bad. I've been liking that more lately though, just like a little ASMR Lucy. She'll put on long nails and just like, she doesn't even scratch the mic. I mean she will, but like the sound that I love is she just like presses them like, and I love it. Anyways, okay, so that was Mother's Day. I'm kind of blanking a little on what we did for Mother's Day. I wish I remembered. I mean, we probably didn't do much because I probably wanted to like lay around and be super lazy. We went to church. I got Dutch Brothers after. I got a fancy little coffee for myself. I think we just like had a really chill day at home, cooked some food. It was fun. Just like a relaxing day. I think I got a bottle of non-alcoholic wine because I'm pregnant. So that was fun. Okay, let's see. Alright, okay, so then the following week, I cannot believe I don't have this on my calendar, but I remember it. We went to I went on a date with my husband. We went to a concert. So first we went and had a reservation at a Italian restaurant, and then we went to a concert. And this concert we went to see Horse Feathers. So they are like a I don't want to say indie pop. Not at all. They're like indie folk. They're like folk indie band. And my husband introduced them to me when we were dating. So like he burned me their CD. Back when you burned CDs. He burned me a CD in like 2009 of Horse Feathers. And then so then we dated, got married, and then when we were married, they came to Pittsburgh, which is where I lived at the time, and we went to see them in concert in Pittsburgh, and then we saw that they were coming to our current city, and we were like, oh my gosh, we have to go. So that was cool. It was just like, it was neat. I was actually pregnant at the first concert of theirs I went to with my first son, but I didn't know it. And then I was pregnant this time. But anyway, so that was really cool. Just because like they made me think of him, obviously, because he's the one that introduced me to them and like bring me CDs of them and stuff like that. And so that was just neat to like, how many years? 13 years later, go to their concert. And after we'd already been to their concert 5 years ago or whatever, 6 years ago. Same time of year too. Actually, it was like almost, it was like exactly the same time of year. It was like mid-May. No, it was like early May. Yeah, that's crazy. It was like almost exactly 6 years. Okay. Then there's a bunch of family birthdays in May. I have people's birthdays on my calendar too because I'll forget. Because I have 10 nieces and nephews on my side, and 4 nephews on my husband's side. So we have 14 nieces and nephews together. We eat big families. Anyways, then I did have jury duty in May, but that morning, you log on in the morning and check, or you call and check to see if you have to go in, and I didn't have to go in. I would say that was cool, but I still ended up working anyways. I basically just worked until I would get called in, but from home, but I never got called in. Alright, so then my parents came to visit at the end of May. They came to visit for a week, and we're here for over Memorial Day. So that was fun. What did we do with them? I should be looking at pictures on my phone. I wish I filmed on something other than my phone because I could look at pictures. We had a good visit with them. We drove into the mountains and went to a gold mining town. And we actually went down into the gold mines and got a whole tour of it. So that was really fun. Is that it? We didn't do a ton this visit. That was busy. That's all I can think of that we did. But that was fun. And then we had Memorial Day, so we did a cookout for that. I'm looking over you at the calendar behind you. Okay, so that's it. And then we replaced our glass. What's it called? The windshield. We replaced our windshield on our car. In my last video, which I will link, I'll put it in the end credits too, but we crashed our car and had it, we're fine. But we didn't have our car for 2 months because I feel anything, does this happen to you guys? Anything related to cars drags on and on forever. It took us 3 appointments to get our windshield fixed. Because the first appointment, they were we went to take it in for a crack fix, just to seal the crack. And he said the way it's angled, it might break. So be prepared. If it breaks, we have to replace the whole thing. So would you rather schedule, and we don't have time to do that today, so do you want to schedule a different appointment to just replace it, or be ready to replace it? So we were let's just go ahead and replace it, because it kind of needed replaced anyways. We were just seeing if we could get by with a little crack fill. So he's okay, so let's just schedule you for another time for a replacement, because that'll take way longer than this crack. And we were there with both the kids, and we're yeah, we don't want to wait that long with the kids without planning. And then my husband took it to that second appointment, and he waited there for at least half hour before they were we're just running really far behind, we're actually not gonna get to your car today, or I forget how long. He waited between a half hour and an hour before they even told him we're just gonna send you home, sorry. But because of that, they were really nice. They were okay, we will knock off we'll knock the price down to make up for this, and we will come to your house and do it at your house, and waive the house fee. And so we were yeah, if you come out, because we live pretty far out in the country, so we're yeah, if you'll come to our house, absolutely, please, because otherwise, to go anywhere here, you have to drive 40 minutes or 35 minutes. So I'm okay, well, that right there just saved us an hour and 15 minutes of driving. And we didn't have to take kids with us, the kids are at home and all that. So it ended up working out. But it was 3 appointments to get the windshield fixed. And I feel any car scenario that I've ever been in, it's that. Sorry, not today. It didn't work. This broke. Oh. And then it's you have to go So June is when we went camping for the first time, and I will link that video. I did a vlog of our first time ever camping, so we went camping. I mean, you can just watch the video. I don't know what to tell you. It was okay. I'm not a camping person, honestly, and in my last video I talked about just struggling with some depression, specifically really like pregnancy. Like my hormones are just like pretty bad, and I felt like going camping just like made it worse. I thought it would make it better, and it didn't. It made it worse, just because like I hated camping so much. Like it was okay, but like the second we went camping 3 times this summer, and the second was the worst for me mentally, and like I was so miserable, and I feel like that trip triggered like a really bad time for me, like a bad month for me. This first camping trip was okay. I think I didn't know what to expect, and then I went into the second trip expecting it to be better, but I was at such a low place mentally. Like it was miserable. Like I'm just being completely blunt and honest with how I feel. Like it was almost completely miserable. I mean, there were definitely parts of it that were fun though, and like I honestly just do it for the kids. I might like it eventually, but this year it was just solely for the kids and the memories that they had. That's it. I don't like it. I'm not an outdoor person. I literally so we moved to Colorado, which is an outdoorsy place, and I was like, okay, like I'll hike and stuff, because I'm not outdoorsy. I'm like, I'll hike, but I'm never going camping. A year later, I'm going camping. I don't know what made me change my mind. I think I just like want to be there to watch the kids like have a good time. So there's something fun. Oops, I forgot that I was supposed to be doing cupped, and I've probably been talking too forced, so I hope the audio's okay. Anyways, so hopefully the audio's good. But there's something like fun about trying to get better at packing, and like I enjoy the packing. The packing's like the best part. I love that part. And like trying to like get everything really tight and like fit in the car, and I like that. It's fun. But there's something fun about like getting better at camping. It's like finding better ways to do things. Like I like that aspect. Alright, here we go. And then mid-June was our second windshield appointment. Towards the end of June was our third windshield appointment. So we didn't get our windshield fixed for like 3 weeks after we were supposed to. But anyways, it's fine. So we went camping, and then the week after, so we get back from camping, and then 4 days later we did a road trip across the state-ish. So we drove through the mountains to Pagosa Springs. I'll put a lit video there. I also vlogged that and did a video for that. That was really fun. We stayed in an Airbnb. We did a bunch of shopping and like walking around. We ate at some nice restaurants. That was kind of like our Father's Day trip. And then we were home for Father's Day. And so for Father's Day we just did like dinner with my in-laws. And what else did we do? Oh, we went to like a wildlife property. It's not like a zoo, but kind of. Okay, so then we get to the end of June, and I had an ultrasound to confirm. Like, obviously they do it just to make sure the baby's healthy, but it also confirmed that it's a boy. So the last video I filmed, we were about to do the sneak peek test, and I've mentioned in other videos since then that it is a boy. I have 2 boys, and this is a 3rd boy. But we actually found out that So like, cause technically, like, every time you get pregnant, there's like a 50% chance it'll be a boy or a girl. But I guess, and I haven't checked into this, but like, I believe it, the more of the same sex you have, the chances drop that you're actually gonna have the opposite. So like, at this point, we basically only expect to be able to have boys unless we had a lot of kids, which we don't plan to. Like I could probably keep going, and like, it might not be we might not have a girl until like the 8th or something like that. But I guess the way like your genetics are is like, people's genetics with each other can like only produce a certain sex or something like that. Whatever it was, it basically like, it kind of busted this idea that it's a 50% chance every single time. So now we think like, if we were to have a 4th, like, it's almost definitely gonna be a boy. Like, there's still a chance it could be a girl, but like, it'd probably be a boy. But anyways, that's like, I kind of want to look into that because I thought that was interesting, and I kind of believed it when I heard it, but like, it was just someone telling me, so I haven't looked into it. But anyways, so we confirmed baby's healthy, baby's a boy. Definitely. Confirmed twice. But then that week, my son had an art camp, which I thought was really cool. It was his first, well no, he went to a gymnastics camp. Oops, my bad. At the beginning of June, he went to like a gymnastics camp. But it was literally like a 1 day for 3 hours, that's it. So, but that was really fun, because like, I love being able to work from home, because I just like went with him and like set up my laptop and did work while he was in the camp, so I got to like watch, and that's like, that makes me so happy, because like, I can still work, which I love doing, but I can still like see him do things, and I love the balance of our lifestyle right now. But then at the end of June, he went to an art camp, so that was for 3 days, and it was 3 hours each day. Yeah. And so on the last day, he made me a necklace. I'm gonna get it. On the last day, like, he did like paintings, he did clay. By the way, my son's 5. And then he made this necklace for me, and he was explaining to me like, okay, so I started with only 1 bead, but I decided it was too little, so then I added 2 more, and it seemed, and like, he like played with the length of it and stuff. I'll put it on, like, a little stretchy, and I don't know, it was just like, especially like, he's my first, he's my oldest, and so to hit these milestones where it's like, oh, he made me jewelry, like, it's exciting. You know, to like hit all these milestones and be like, oh my gosh, like, you were just a baby, how are you big enough to make jewelry or whatever. So this like meant a lot to me. And then the other day I was cleaning up, and it was hanging on my necklaces. Sorry, I keep forgetting to be cupped. And he's like, hey, that's the necklace I made you. Like, he was like so excited to see the necklace. Like, he's like, it's with all your other jewelry. Like, he was so like, he like felt so proud of himself, like, wow, it made it to the necklace, like the necklaces. So that was really fun. That just, it means so much to me. So that was the end of June. So now we're getting into July. July, August, yeah. So July, we had 4th of July. I don't remember what we did. I think we probably did a cookout. So then that weekend we had dinner at my in-laws, and they cooked the meal I requested, which was what I request. They're really good cooks. Beef tips and like egg noodles and like I don't know, it was delicious. And then we got an everything bundt cake. Best cakes, everything bundt cake. It's like a bundt cake and then cream cheese icing, and the cream cheese icing ratio that they do is like perfect. It's so good. So that following weekend we went to Breckenridge, just my husband and I, for 2 nights, and that was like my birthday getaway, if you will. That was so nice. So that's where I filmed the tapping in a hotel video. If I have cards left, they only let you do 4 cards per video, so I might be out of cards. I can link it in the description. But we stayed in a hotel. We got to go, because we will go do day trips, or we'll stay, like we went to Pagosa Springs, like we've been to Breckenridge for the day, where we're like drive there, hang out, come home. But our kids are always with us, and so it's really hard to go shopping, like, because they get bored and they don't want to do it, and like, so it was really nice to just like walk around at our own pace, go wherever we wanted to. Like, it was so nice to go out without the kids. And we went to like a bunch of nice dinners, just the 2 of us, and we rode the gondolas, because it's a ski resort, so I rode a gondola. Like, it was the perfect weekend getaway. Like, I hope we do that every year, because it was honestly perfect. Then, directly after that, my son had vacation Bible school at our church that week. So that was like all 5 days for 3 hours. That was really fun. And then the last day we got to go and like watch them sing and dance and like do presentations and stuff. And it was really cute to just see him go do like camps and stuff this year, because it's just like another milestone. Like, oh, you're big enough to do like Bible school, you're big enough to go to art camp, you know, it's really fun. Then my husband took a hunter safety course, because he's going to be going hunting next month with his father. He will be there for support. He's not hunting. Like, eventually I think he will, but he's not, he doesn't yet, like, he doesn't have anything for hunting, or like the licenses or anything like that yet, so he's just going to support and like help my father-in-law, but he himself will not be hunting. But he needed to take like a safety course to go hunting. I don't know if he needed to, but like, he should. So the next weekend we went camping for the second time. So this was the time that I thought was the worst. I just was mentally at a pretty low place before we went, and then we got there and it was just miserable. But the second day was a little better. We went to this canyon in the mountains, and they had like a river, so we could swim in there and stuff, and that was really cool. I would like to go back there. That was really fun. And then we're into August. out for me to lay on, and it was delightful. It was great. That was amazing. So that was really fun. And then we went to lunch. Like, we went in the morning and then got lunch after, and then walked around and went shopping and got coffee. And it was the perfect day, and the weather was perfect. It was like chef's kiss. It was a perfect day. I'm so sorry that I keep forgetting to do cupped whispers. I'm really failing at this. Sorry. So then, the end of August, like right after that, we went camping for the last time this year, and that was definitely the best time camping, even though it rained every day at some point. It was the most wet camping experience, and it was a half mile into the campsite from where we parked. Like, they were walk-in tent sites. By the way, when I say camping, I mean tent camping. Like, pitch a tent and sleep in sleeping bags on the floor. I don't really recommend that at whatever I was, 6 months pregnant. But no, it was fine. Again, camping's not my thing. I don't love it, but like, the kids had a lot of fun. We did a hike. Did we do anything else? I mean, they played a lot. I do have to say that one day I took a nap. I put my 2-year-old down for a nap, and then I also napped with him. And it was in the tent. And like, you could hear the breeze and the rain. Oh, it was really nice. It was delightful. But that's one of the last short I posted was rain on our tent. That was really also kind of nice to like sleep with rain at night on the tent. It was really calming. Okay, so now we're all the way up to almost at the end of August was my 7-month anniversary. 7 month was my 7-year wedding anniversary. So we had a 7 years. Yeah, I got married in 2015. 7-year wedding anniversary. So for our like date for that, like just us, like the kids were babysat, we actually went and got brunch and then walked around a mall, like this really nice big mall that I had never been to. So that was fun, and just like did window shopping. Then we're into September, so I'm almost done. We had Labor Day. What did we do? I think we did a cookout for Labor Day. Did we? No, but we had dinner at my in-laws. So the day before Labor Day, Sunday, like I said, we live out in the country, so we have well water. We have a well, and that's how we get water in our house. We have running water. It's just from a well. We have plumbing, like as if I need to clarify that. So the well pump that like gets the water into your house burned out, like done. It needed replaced, but it was the Sunday of a holiday weekend. So from Sunday until Thursday, we had no running water in our house. So we just like, they have family friends nearby who are extremely generous. it's gypped a little bit because I just started, basically, inflation fucking sucks. I'm just gonna say it, like, fucking sucks. It's unbelievable, honestly, and we've been, I don't want to say struggling, because I'm kind of very hormonal right now. It feels like we're struggling because I'm like dramatic about everything. I wouldn't say we're struggling, but like we are getting hit pretty hard financially in terms of like our monthly budget. So we are now on a strict monthly budget that I started in August, and his birthday's this week in the middle of September, so he's getting a little bit gypped. Like for my birthday, he like got me these nice gifts, and like we went to Breckenridge, and then for his birthday I got him tickets to the comedy show, which he appreciates, but I feel a little bad like that we're not like going away for the weekend or something like that. So he got kind of gypped for his birthday this year, but oh my god, it's rough. I mean, you guys know, you're going through it too. Just the price of like groceries and everything is insane. Like even like our car insurance went up 14%, and I contacted them about it. I was like, why, like I've seen it go up before, but like 14%, that's like very drastic. And they were like, oh yeah, it was nothing you did, that's just our inflation rates, like we're just rising it because of inflation, sorry. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like usually they raise it like a few percent, not 14. I'm like, you think I'm getting a 14% raise? Like, how am I supposed to pay for that? Anyways, I'm very beefed up about inflation prices. Anyways, so we're on a fun new strict budget, but it's about time we crack down, you know. Anyways, so August, so that's basically now. I went to the dentist yesterday. I had to schedule a crown and filling, like replacement. Like I have fillings from when I was a kid, but they need to replace them. So that's a really fun, expensive cost because my insurance situation is pretty shitty. Can you tell that I'm like really bothered by finances? Anyways, so my husband's birthday's in 2 days. 2 days. And then I will just stop talking here, and then in a few months I'll make another video and you can find out what else I do the rest of this month. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. It's saying this was 45 minutes, so hopefully you're asleep by now. Just a long ramble. And let me know the best thing you're doing this month. Tell me about your September. What's the most exciting thing you're doing this month? Hopefully I'll go like in the mountains to look at fall leaves or something.